We spend a lot of time talking about millennial and baby boomer visitors. But what about Generation X? It's time that we give this middle child generation some of the love that it deserves. You're watching Know Your Own Bone, Fast Facts for Cultural Executives. I'm Colleen Dilenschneider. Gen X is squeezed in between two large, noisy, and rather needy generations. On top of that, Generation X is a comparatively small generation that's just over half the size of Generation Y. But Gen X has three particularly helpful characteristics for cultural organizations, and they deserve a big thank you for bringing them to the table. First, Generation X is visiting cultural organizations without a fuss. Check out this chart that considers the percentages of the U.S. adult population that's made up by millennials, Generation X, and baby boomers, alongside the percentages of these generations visiting cultural organizations. Generation X visits cultural organizations at the most overrepresentative rates among the three generations. While this generation's awesomeness in the representative visitation department may be a reason why we tend not to fret about them, it's also a darn good reason to give them a shout out. Second, the comparative decisiveness of Generation X means that this generation gives organizations the most bang for their online marketing buck. This chart indicates the average number of ads delivered to online users from the retargeting campaigns of 6 cultural organizations before the user clicked on the ad. Generally speaking, the more frequently an organization has to deliver an ad, the more expensive things get. Compared to millennials, targeted members of Generation X require nearly 42% fewer impressions. Our nonprofit budgets thank you, Generation X, for not dilly-dallying around. Finally, members of Generation X indicate the greatest intent to purchase or renew a membership to a cultural organization. Members of Generation X are 11% more likely to purchase or renew membership than are millennials, and they're 26% more likely to purchase or renew a membership than baby boomers. Millennials and baby boomers are demanding industry discussion right now, and perhaps that's why we're not discussing Generation X as much. They're stable and reliable audiences. It's time that we take a moment and thank Generation X for being awesome. And now you're in the know. Thanks so much for watching. For more information, click on the link and check out Know Your Own Bone.